So today I'm reacting to the brand new Poppy EP called Ish. Now this is I was kind of expecting for a while for her to release like an album or an EP of sorts, but I wasn't expecting just kind of like a surprise release out of nowhere because it was announced there I think last week that she was going to be on NXT again, so the WWE show. Um, so I still haven't watched what she has done on the NXT show purely because I have a feeling she's probably going to perform one of the new songs off this, and I didn't want to kind of spoil my reaction to it. So I'm just going to listen to the EP that she's released. Quite surprised about this. When she did announce that she was going to be on NXT, I was kind of like, what is she going to play? Is she going to play Eat Again, or is she going to do maybe a full version of Say Cheese? So once again, I still haven't watched that. I might give that a watch after this as well, just to see what the whole performance is about. But no, so yeah, so there's two songs off this I've already heard, Ish and Say Cheese. Now, Ish was the performance she did the Grammys, so I have a feeling Ish will be pretty much the same as it kind of is on that performance, but obviously this will be the studio version rather than the live version. Then there's Say Cheese, which she did perform at the NXT Stand and Deliver, but it was kind of done with a cover of a song called Stand and Deliver as well, so I'm not sure if the version of Say Cheese on this is the exact same as the other one, or if this is like a full version, or if the one that she played last time was like a kind of chopped down version. So I don't really know, so I'm really excited. So I'm going to start off by playing the first track, which is Ish. Now I've already technically reacted to this, so this will just be my first time hearing the studio version. So if you want to get my initial reaction to that song, I'll leave my reaction to the video down in the description. But no, I'm just going to listen to Eat now and see if there's any kind of differences I can hear, or to see what's the main difference between the live version and the studio version, because I haven't heard the live version that many times because I've been waiting for the studio version to come out, because I don't like getting used to the live version of a song and then the studio version coming out and then not really liking the studio version, as it's going to be the one I'm going to listen to more. So yeah, I'm going to listen to Eat now and see if there's any differences. Yeah, so I actually think that the version they did at the Grammys might have actually potentially been an overdubbed version, because don't you know the way with like live performances, places usually like them to do like, you know, the studio version and they just kind of mime along. That's what it sounds like, because it's incredibly similar. I didn't really hear any differences. Maybe during one part I thought I heard like a bit of a snare roll, but maybe it's just something I didn't notice in the other one. But no, it still sounds absolutely fantastic. I still absolutely love it. So no, really, really happy that it's just finally out, because ever since it was at the Grammys, I just wanted it on Spotify just so I didn't have to like download it somewhere else and then put it on my phone, blah 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 blah. But no, once again, it still sounds fantastic, even if they are both technically the same versions. Still absolutely great. So I'm very happy with that. And this is going to be Say Cheese. So technically I've heard this one already, but I don't know if I've heard the full version of it, because the version that she did at the NXT Stand and Deliver, I'm not sure if it was the full version or just kind of like a snippet of it. So this will potentially be my full reaction to it, or it's just going to be a bit more of a re-reaction. So yeah, let's give Say Cheese a go. feel like that meme is like the hardest in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. So no, so basically the first half of that song is basically what she played at the NXT event, the Stand and Deliver, and then a few little bits at the end were kind of mixed together to make. As I said, I thought it was going to be just like the version that she previously did was going to be the shortened version, and this was going to be the full version. So yeah, it started off pretty much the same as when she played it live. Then there was like the second verse and the second chorus were pretty much the same, but in terms there was just a few wee differences, different guitar differences, different drum fills, and then that like jazzy breakdown, I really wasn't expecting that at all. Definitely a curveball, which obviously she does that all the time, but this I just wasn't expecting it. I was just still kind of expecting like a full 3-4 minute just metal, but no, of course she had to throw a curveball in, but no. I really like it though. It's always strange when you hear something like that on a first listen, because it does throw you off so much that you kind of don't take everything in. But no, really, really good. Really like it. Glad to hear the full version. So the version that she did previously would have been more of a live version. It definitely sounded different on this. So yeah, no, overall really enjoyed it, but once again wasn't expecting the whole change up. Because with the snippet that she did play previously, like you just expect if there's going to be a longer version, it's just going to be like extra verse, extra chorus, maybe something else. But I just wasn't expecting that middle bit. So no, definitely really enjoyed it, and it was just a nice change. So the next track that is on the EP is called Q. So the next 3 tracks I don't think I've heard at all, because I haven't seen anything else. The track that she did previously from a couple of weeks ago, Fear of Dying, it was only after I recorded it I realised it was a cover of a band called Jack Off Jill. I hadn't heard of the band and hadn't obviously heard the song before, hence I didn't realise it was a cover until after I finished the video. So yeah, because I just presumed at the time it was going to be a new track and it was going to be part of like, you know, an EP, an album. But obviously it was just kind of a one-off track to release. That's why I'm so surprised that she released this EP so soon after another surprise release. So yeah, but no, obviously really happy with it. So rather than me talking, I'm going to react to the track called Q. Okay. First thing I'm just going to say is the outro wasn't expecting the kind of just soft, subtle outro on the piano. Very, very good. It seems that the song's not called Q and it's called Chew. My bad. No, really great track. First thing that really stood out to me is just the drums on it. The drum performance, just throughout the whole thing, is absolutely phenomenal. Builds really, really well with mainly just the drums and the bass. And then the guitars come in, vocals, like, you know, very good layering. And then that kind of like the chorus comes in, and give me anything that's just half time, that just goes half time, and I'm all for it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Fill the Crown, just a little bit, but not like that they're the same, but just kind of like similar vibes is probably the easiest way to put it. Really good vocals, kind of a softer vocal on the chorus, but it's a really nice juxtaposition with the kind of heavier tone in the music. and the vocals. That's why it's kind of reminding me of Fill the Crown. I know there's obviously in Fill the Crown there's kind of the deeper male background vocal, but it's basically like that, but taking it out. That's how I'm kind of feeling about it. Yeah, structurally very, very good. Still kind of has like a few change ups here and there, a few things to throw you off. But no, really enjoyed that track overall. I think could that could be what I'm going to listen to a lot. Especially once again, as I said, when the chorus came in there. As you can see from my reaction, just fell in love with it straight away. So very, very happy with that. So far, every song off this is great. Can't really fault anyone off it, because that thing, when I heard Ish and Say Cheese, I was kind of like, if she does release an EP or an album, it'll like, not that I'm saying it'll be hard for her to keep up the quality, but I was like, if she can keep up the quality, it's going to be fantastic. And so far, these 3 songs, great. So there's 2 tracks left. The next track is called Breeders. So yeah, let's give it a go. Built up the drums. So more of a standard rock track there than a metal track. Great though, once again. The lyrics were kind of standing out to me because it's breeders, but not like it's as in like, breeding multiple things. So I wonder, is this maybe something to do with Titanic Sinclair again? Because obviously there's that whole situation. Rather than going too deep into it, but like you could tell her talking about breeders, maybe it's kind of a reference to him because of the way he kind of, did it with her, and then he has a new project on the way, and then he had the original girl, I can't remember her name, I think it was Mars something, anyway. So it could be to do with him, or just kind of, maybe just the music industry in general, or maybe influencers, something like that, but just the way things can just be mass produced and just thrown out there, and there's no real individuality behind it. It's just like, oh yeah, let's just make another like pop star or make another this or another that. That's what it could be about. Obviously, once again, I don't really know. I haven't really had any other information about these songs than just listening to them now. So, but that's just kind of my first initial impression of the lyrics. But musically great. Much more of it just like a simple structure than anything else. There was no real curveballs, as in like, no time changes, no key, well, not that I don't think there was any key changes in that one, but like time changes or tempo changes, or like, even kind of just the way Wish Say Cheese was kind of like that jazzy bit. There was nothing like that. It was a lot more just straight down the middle. Very, very good though, more rocky. I really liked it. I think it was the second chorus where that kind of synth came in. That was a nice change up. But no, really, really good. Very, very catchy. So no, a really great track overall. I can't really fault it. I think it'll be one that'll definitely grow on me over time. I think with the other ones, because they're so brash and in your face, it can be easier to kind of latch onto them straight away. Where with that one, I think it's going to be a grower, and it's a nice change of pace on the EP as well, because obviously each, once again, straight in your face, just a punch to the face even. Say Cheese kind of has that vibe about it as well, but there is obviously the change up, and then with Chew as well, very similar. So it's nice to see a change up on it, but at the same time, it's not a complete like left turn. It still kind of suits the tone of the EP so far. So the last track on the EP is going to be called Dark Dark World. So I'm not really sure what I'm expecting with this. It could be a slow track. Once again, it could be an absolute another face melter. So I don't know, but let's see what it is. Fantastic ending track. I'm glad she went with just another kind of, as I said, like face melter track, just like straight in to it, because I had a feeling it might have been a slower track, considering that, like, the EP, the way it went with like Eat, Say, Cheese, then Chew, then Breeders. It was almost as if like each song was like not a little bit slower than the last, but like the first few tracks kind of really hitting hard, and then Breeders kind of like, once again, still being a rock track, still being good and upbeat, but at the same time taking it down a notch. So I wonder, was she going to then completely take it down to another notch, and maybe have something like Don't Go Outside from the album. I'm absolutely delighted that she went for just another really heavy, in your face track. Really, really liked it. Once again, one thing, like, just in general on the EP, the instrumentals and stuff have been absolutely fantastic. But the drums have really, really stood out to me. Whoever the drummer is absolutely fantastic. The work that they do, I have done on this EP, is just amazing. As someone who's been playing drums for, God, about 15 years now, holy shit, I'm old. Um, it's absolutely fantastic, and like these, like when I hear drums like that, it always kind of inspires me to almost, try and get to that level. But like to get to that level of drum playing is not easy, not easy at all. But no, the drums definitely have stood out for me on a lot of these tracks, and that was just another one. But no, overall, once again, a really, really good song. Kind of a nice change in the bridge. I thought there was going to be a key change towards the end, just with the way the bridge was going, but I don't think there was. It didn't. The last like chorus uh, didn't sound like it was in a higher or lower key from the previous ones, so I don't think so. But no, really, really good closing track, and just overall the EP just incredibly solid, like so good. Like not a bad track on it at all, because like I already knew, like obviously Eat was a great song. Say Cheese, uh, once again, I also knew it was going to be a great song, but just having the change ups in it and hearing the full version, and then with the other ones, it just, the consistency kept going. And then with Breeders, it was a really nice change up. You can almost say it was like the slow song on the EP, but it just kind of took it down a step, but kept the consistency. So no, overall, absolutely loved that EP. I can't wait to just listen to it. Really, just like be able to throw it on and just enjoy it, because like I've enjoyed everything she's released over the past few years, and I haven't had anything like, bad to say about what she's released. Like I know it might be everybody's cup of tea, but at the same time, I think if you enjoyed her last album, you'll absolutely enjoy this. I can't see why you wouldn't enjoy this, because it's a nice kind of mix of her last album, and then kind of like going in another direction a little bit, not too much. It's not like as big of a change from like her first album to I Disagree, but it's definitely it's a nice evolution. Is probably the best way to put it. It's a great evolution of her sound. And as a vocalist, you can really, really hear how far she has come. Especially when you hear tracks like Each and the screaming in it. Yeah, no, like the how much she has improved, even just from the what I'd say like limited time I've known her music. Like I've only really listened to her for like 2, maybe 3 years, but like as in consistently listening to her music for about a year and a half, 2 years. But even just from then to now, like worlds of difference in her vocals. And yeah, it's just yet another case of I just can't wait for more content from her. I'm looking forward to her hopefully announcing a tour and coming to Ireland, because originally she was meant to play. Would it have been last year? Yeah, it would have been last year. There was a festival on in Ireland, and she was meant to be playing, but unfortunately, due to the global pandemic, it had to be cancelled, and there's been no signs of her coming back, or well, really just any music coming back, but you know what I mean. So no, hopefully this will lead to a tour soon. Even if it's in Europe, I'll be happy, because at least the travel restrictions are lifting, so at least I could go there and see her. But no, I think seeing her is definitely on the top of my list of gigs to see. So once again, that was my reaction to the new Poppy EP. Each absolutely loved it. If you like this, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I've been really enjoying the kind of love people have been giving me. I know saying love's a bit extreme, but no, like I started this channel as a bit of a thing to do over quarantine, and I've always kind of wanted to start a YouTube channel for years and just never did. So with the fact that I've been getting quite a lot of views on some of my videos, they've done a lot better than I thought, especially the eat video. It's I think just over 6k. I never expected it to get that much. But no, big thanks to everybody who's come in, liked and subscribed, and there will be more. I have another review coming up sometime next week. It's going to be the new Churches song with Robert Smith, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. And yeah, so once again, like and subscribe if you can. Absolutely would love that. And yeah, what do you think of the EP? Do you like it? Do you hate it? So definitely tell me your thoughts down below. So yeah, until next time, see you soon.